Wow, the make-do podium and all that too.
Yeah, man,
We're
gotta
getting
make it
pretty
fancy
high
for
end
you.
here. Okay, so I'm going to read something. You guys know I never do this, but I'm not a doctor, so this is what I've been approved to say. Um, as you are all aware, Zion underwent imaging yesterday on his surgically repaired right foot. Dr. Richard Ferkel and Dr. Scott Montgomery, the surgeons who performed the original procedure, reviewed those images and were very encouraged with the healing evidence there. They are very optimistic he will recover from this, and they are clearing him to continue his progression. The next step for him now will be running and on-court individual work. Given the nature of bone healing, there is no fixed timeline for his return to game action, but the doctors are very encouraged by this last batch of images. As he continues along his return to play progression, the doctors will be using additional imaging, which will take place 2 to 2.5 weeks from now, as guides and landmarks for taking the next steps. It's everyone's goal that Zion return to play as soon as safely possible. Obviously, 2 to 2.5 weeks from now means he will not be on the floor for the first week of games. And when he is able to return safely, he will do that. And with that, I'll take any questions you have about anything non-Zion related, since I just used up all of my medical knowledge on Zion.
Let's get our tweets off real quick.
As far as the return to the court, no fixed timeline or
No fixed timeline right now, other than 2 to 2.5 weeks from now we'll get more imaging. But as he progresses, he's starting right now at one-on-0 work on the court and running. And as he progresses through that, that won't be something that we'll be updating throughout, but the imaging will be important 2.5 weeks from now.
Yeah, you said on that media day, you said the hope was he can come back for opening night. I guess what changed?
Well, truth be told, I never said opening night, but that's okay. I said for the regular season. But I do think that it's going to be something that, because of the bone healing aspect of things, it's hard. Like, every player is different, and nothing's gone wrong. There's been no setback. It's just, it takes long, it takes a certain amount of time for guys to lay the bone that the doctors want to see, and this is where our timeline is.
Is there a chance it could go beyond that 2.5 weeks and much longer though?
Sure. Well, I mean, the 2 to 2.5 weeks is just the landmark in terms of what the imaging looks like. So certainly it could be longer than that. It's really up to what that looks like.
and will you guys have to get, like, once you do get to the 2.5 weeks, like, will there be something in there that says, like, hey, he's good to play 5-on-5 again?
Yeah, I mean, throughout that process, we'll be heading towards that. And it may happen well before the 2.5 weeks that he does that. It's really just a function of how things progress.
So from now until that 2-week mark, I guess what will he be allowed to do, during practice, on court, whatever?
Right now, he's cleared to run and do one-on-none. And whatever they do next is just part of that process. But I don't have a set progression for you I can give you. So.
Was he able to do the one-on-none and the running today? Did he start that process today?
He was cleared last night for that. So.
How tough is it just knowing, like, I mean, you guys are gonna, you're going for it this year. You're trying to win and just have to deal with this to start the season.
Yeah, it's not ideal, obviously, but it's also not terribly debilitating either. I mean, the idea, again, is to return as soon as safely possible, and I think the way the doctors are handling this gives us a great deal of confidence that that's going to be the case. So, yeah, we would love to have not had to deal with it, but we're really happy with the way it's gone so far.
Previously, when he's returned to play, there's been a set of restrictions and limitations placed upon him. Can we expect something similar when he does finally return to the court?
I'd be guessing that's really a doctor thing. I can't tell you that. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, good.